Imagine waking up every day feeling unstoppable, confident, and ready to take on the world. What if I told you there's a simple tool that can help you do just that? It's not a magic pill or a secret formula. It's the power of daily affirmations. These little statements might seem small, but they pack a mighty punch when it comes to changing your life. Think about the last time you talked to yourself in your head. Was it kind and supportive, or harsh and critical? Our inner voice shapes our reality more than we realize. That's where daily affirmations come in. They're like a gentle, positive friend, whispering encouragement in your ear all day long. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves. They can be about anything: our abilities, our worth, our goals, or how we see the world. When we use them regularly, they start to change how we think and feel. It's like planting seeds of positivity in our minds and watching them grow into beautiful, life-changing beliefs. But here's the thing. Affirmations aren't just empty words. They're powerful tools that can actually rewire our brains and transform our lives. In this video, we're going to explore how these simple statements can make a big difference in your life and how you can start using them today to become the best version of yourself. Words are more than just sounds or scribbles on a page. They're the building blocks of our thoughts, and our thoughts create our reality. Think about it. When you say something out loud or in your head, it affects how you feel and act. Let's try a little experiment. Say to yourself, "I can't do this. It's too hard." How do you feel? Now try saying, "I can handle this. I've got what it takes." Notice the difference? The first statement probably made you feel defeated before you even started. The second one likely gave you a little boost of confidence. That's the power of words at work. When we use positive words, especially about ourselves, we start to feel more positive. It's like we're sending a message to our brain saying, "Hey, things are good. We've got this." And our brain listens. But it's not just about feeling good in the moment. The words we use regularly shape our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. If we constantly tell ourselves we're not good enough or that life is hard, guess what? We'll start to believe it, and we'll act in ways that make it true. On the flip side, when we use positive words and affirmations, we're training our brain to look for the good. We start to notice opportunities instead of obstacles. We feel more confident in our abilities, and bit by bit, we start to create a more positive reality for ourselves. This isn't just feel-good talk. There's science behind it. Research has shown that the words we use can actually change our brain structure over time. When we consistently use positive language, we strengthen the neural pathways associated with positive thinking. It's like creating a superhighway for good thoughts in our brain. So the next time you catch yourself using negative self-talk, pause. Take a deep breath and try to rephrase your thought in a more positive way. It might feel weird at first, but remember, you're literally rewiring your brain for positivity. And that's pretty amazing. Now that we understand the power of words, let's dive into how affirmations actually work. It's not magic or wishful thinking. There's a real scientific process behind it. Think of your brain as a super powerful computer. It's constantly processing information and making decisions based on what it believes to be true. Affirmations are like new programs we install in this computer. When we repeat them often enough, our brain starts to accept them as truth and acts accordingly. Here's the cool part. Our brains can't always tell the difference between what's real and what we vividly imagine. That's why visualizing success can actually help athletes perform better. When we use affirmations, we're creating a vivid, positive reality in our minds. Over time, our brain starts to believe this reality and works to make it true in our actual lives. But it's not just about repetition. The emotion behind our affirmations matters too. When we say our affirmations with feeling, believing them to be true, we're more likely to see results. It's like adding fuel to the fire of positive change. Affirmations also work by changing our focus. Have you ever noticed that when you buy a new car, you suddenly see that same model everywhere? That's because your brain is now tuned to notice it. Affirmations work in a similar way. When we regularly affirm something positive about ourselves or our lives, we start to notice evidence that supports it. We become more aware of our strengths, opportunities, and the good things happening around us. This shift in focus can have a snowball effect. As we notice more positive things, we feel more positive. When we feel more positive, we're more likely to take positive actions. These actions lead to positive results, which further reinforce our positive beliefs. It's a wonderful upward spiral of positivity and growth. From a spiritual perspective, affirmations can be seen as a way of aligning ourselves with the positive energy of the universe. Many spiritual traditions teach that our thoughts and words have creative power. By consciously choosing positive affirmations, we're directing this creative power towards what we want in life. It's important to note that affirmations aren't about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. They're about choosing to focus on the positive aspects of ourselves and our lives, and on what we want to create. Even in challenging situations, we can use affirmations to maintain a constructive mindset and find ways to grow and improve. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. Using affirmations is like exercising a muscle. It takes time and consistency to see results. But with regular practice, you'll start to notice shifts in your thinking, your emotions, and eventually your life circumstances. So, are you ready to harness the power of affirmations? In the next section, we'll talk about some common misunderstandings about affirmations and how to avoid them. This will help you use affirmations effectively and start creating positive changes in your life. Stay tuned. Creating your own affirmations. Now that we understand how affirmations work, let's talk about how to create your own. Making personal affirmations is like tailoring a suit. It needs to fit you just right to work its best. First things first, start with I am. These two little words are powerful because they speak directly to your identity. When you say I am, you're telling your brain exactly who you are or who you're becoming. Next, add something positive that you want to be true about yourself. It could be a quality you want to develop, a goal you want to achieve, or a truth you want to reinforce. For example, I am confident, I am worthy of love, or I am capable of achieving my dreams. Here's a key point. Phrase your affirmations in the present tense. Instead of saying, I will be successful, say, I am successful. This tells your brain that it's happening now, not sometime in the future. Be specific when you can. Instead of a general, I am happy, try I find joy in the little things each day. The more specific you are, the easier it is for your brain to create a clear picture and work towards it. Don't be afraid to dream big with your affirmations, but also make sure they feel believable to you. If there's too big a gap between your affirmation and your current beliefs, your brain might reject it. You can bridge this gap by adding words like learning to or becoming. For instance, if I am confident feels like too much of a stretch, try I am learning to be more confident every day. Remember, affirmations are personal. What works for someone else might not work for you. Spend some time thinking about what you really want in life, what qualities you want to embody, and what beliefs would serve you best. Then craft your affirmations around these ideas. Lastly, keep your affirmations positive. Instead of, I don't procrastinate, try, I take action promptly. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Creating your own affirmations might take some practice, but don't worry. The more you do it, the better you'll get at crafting statements that really resonate with you and inspire positive change in your life. Now that you've created your affirmations, it's time to put them into action. The key to making affirmations work is consistency. Like any good habit, the more regularly you practice, the more impact you'll see. So when's the best time to use your affirmations? The short answer is, whenever works best for you. But there are a few times during the day that can be especially powerful. First thing in the morning is a great time for affirmations. Your mind is fresh and you're setting the tone for the day ahead. Try saying your affirmations right after you wake up, maybe while you're still in bed or as you're getting ready for the day. It's like giving yourself a pep talk before you step out into the world. Another powerful time is right before bed. As you're winding down for the night, your mind is becoming more relaxed and receptive. Using affirmations at this time can help program your subconscious mind while you sleep. But don't limit yourself to just these times. You can use affirmations throughout the day, especially when you need a boost. Feeling nervous before a big presentation? Take a deep breath and repeat your confidence affirmation. Tempted to give up on a tough task? Remind yourself of your perseverance affirmation. How often should you repeat each affirmation? A good rule of thumb is to say each one at least 3 times when you do them. Some people like to do more, maybe 5 or 10 times. Experiment and see what feels right for you. Now, how do you actually say your affirmations? You have a few options. You can say them out loud, which can be especially powerful as you hear the words with your own ears. You can write them down, which engages your sense of touch and sight. Or you can say them silently in your head, which works well when you're in public or don't want to disturb others. Try to put some feeling into your affirmations as you say them. Imagine how you'll feel when the affirmation is true for you. The more emotion you can attach to your affirmations, the more impact they'll have. Some people find it helpful to look in a mirror while saying their affirmations. This can feel a bit awkward at first, but it's a powerful way to connect with yourself and really internalize the words you're saying. Remember, consistency is key. It's better to do a few affirmations every day than to do a whole bunch once in a while. Start small if you need to. Even just 1 or 2 affirmations a day can make a difference. As it becomes a habit, you can add more if you want to. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. Trust the process and keep at it, even if you don't see immediate results. Your subconscious mind is listening and learning even when you don't realize it. Affirmations are powerful on their own, but they can become even more effective when combined with other practices. This is where things can get really exciting, especially if you're interested in spiritual growth. Let's start with meditation. Meditation and affirmations are like best friends. They work great together. When you meditate, you quiet your mind and become more open and receptive. This is the perfect state for planting the seeds of positive change with your affirmations. Try this. Begin your meditation session as you normally would, focusing on your breath and letting your thoughts settle. Once you feel calm and centered, introduce your affirmations. Repeat them slowly in your mind, really feeling the truth of each word. Visualize yourself embodying these affirmations. What does it look like? How does it feel? Let these positive images and feelings fill your awareness. Prayer is another practice that pairs beautifully with affirmations. If prayer is part of your spiritual routine, you can incorporate affirmations into it. After expressing gratitude and making your requests, add your affirmations. You might even frame them as statements of faith or trust in a higher power. For example, I am divinely guided and supported in all that I do. Yoga is yet another practice that blends well with affirmations. As you move through your poses, synchronize your affirmations with your breath. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, mentally repeat your affirmation. This combines the physical benefits of yoga with the mental and emotional benefits of affirmations. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection and growth, and it's a great way to work with your affirmations. Try writing your affirmations at the top of your journal entry each day. Then, write about how you're embodying these affirmations in your life. What actions are you taking that align with your affirmations? What changes are you noticing? Visualization is another technique that amplifies the power of affirmations. As you say your affirmations, create a vivid mental picture of what it looks like to embody them. Use all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel, smell, and taste in this visualization? The more detailed and real you can make it, the more powerful it becomes. Some people like to create vision boards, collages of images that represent their goals and desires. You can write your affirmations on your vision board, creating a visual representation of what you're affirming. Look at this board regularly, saying your affirmations as you do. If you're into energy work or Reiki, you can incorporate affirmations into these practices too. As you channel energy, mentally repeat your affirmations, imagining the energy reinforcing these positive statements in every cell of your body. Even simple relaxation techniques can be paired with affirmations. As you take deep, calming breaths, repeat your affirmations in rhythm with your breath. This can be especially helpful when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Remember, the key is to find what works for you. Everyone's spiritual journey is unique, and what resonates with one person might not work for another. Feel free to experiment with different combinations and see what feels most powerful and authentic to you. By combining affirmations with other practices, you're creating a holistic approach to personal growth and transformation. You're engaging your mind, body, and spirit in the process of positive change. This multifaceted approach can lead to deeper, more lasting results. As you explore these combinations, stay open to new ideas and insights. you might discover unique ways of working with affirmations that are perfectly suited to your personal spiritual path. Trust your intuition and enjoy the journey of self-discovery and growth. Overcoming doubt. Let's face it, when you first start using affirmations, you might feel a bit silly. You might wonder if you're just fooling yourself or if this whole thing really works. That's okay. Doubt is a natural part of any new journey, especially one that involves changing deep-seated beliefs about yourself and the world. First, understand that doubt is normal. In fact, it's a sign that you're challenging your existing beliefs, which is exactly what you need to do to grow. When you start affirming something new, your old beliefs might push back. It's like your brain is saying, "Hey, this isn't what we usually think." This resistance is actually a good sign. It means you're pushing your boundaries and expanding your potential. But how do you keep going when doubt creeps in? One approach is to treat your affirmations as experiments. Instead of trying to force yourself to believe them 100% right away, approach them with curiosity. Say to yourself, "I wonder what will happen if I keep saying this affirmation." This takes the pressure off and allows you to observe the results without judgment. Another helpful strategy is to start with affirmations that feel more believable to you. If "I am a millionaire" feels too far-fetched right now, try "I am open to financial abundance," or "I am learning to make wise financial decisions." As you see small positive changes, your belief will grow and you can gradually move to more ambitious affirmations. Remember, affirmations work on a subconscious level. Even if your conscious mind is doubtful, your subconscious is still absorbing the positive messages. Trust the process and give it time. It can also help to keep a record of your progress. Write down any positive changes you notice, no matter how small. Maybe you felt a little more confident in a meeting, or you handled a stressful situation better than usual. These small wins add up and can help quiet your doubts. If you find yourself really struggling with a particular affirmation, it might be highlighting an area where you have some deep-seated limiting beliefs. This is actually a great opportunity for growth. Take some time to explore why this affirmation is so challenging for you. You might uncover some old wounds or fears that need healing. Lastly, be kind to yourself. If you miss a day of affirmations or find yourself falling into negative self-talk, don't beat yourself up. Just gently redirect yourself back to your positive affirmations. Remember, this is a practice, and like any practice, it takes time and patience to master. Sometimes, the best way to understand the power of affirmations is to hear about how they've changed real people's lives. Let's look at a few examples that show just how transformative daily affirmations can be. Meet Sarah, a 35-year-old teacher who always dreamed of writing a novel, but never felt she had the talent or time. She started using the affirmation, "I am a creative and disciplined writer every day." At first it felt like a stretch, but she stuck with it. Slowly, she found herself jotting down ideas during her lunch breaks and setting aside time in the evenings to write. Within a year, she had completed the first draft of her novel. Sarah says, "The affirmation helped me see myself as a writer, which made me act like one." Then there's Mike, a 28-year-old who struggled with social anxiety. He began affirming, "I am confident and comfortable in social situations." It felt far from true at first, but he persisted. He started noticing small changes. He felt a little less nervous introducing himself at a party. He spoke up more in team meetings at work. After 6 months of consistent practice, Mike's friends remarked on how much more outgoing he seemed. Mike credits his affirmation practice with helping him rewire his thoughts about social interactions. Consider the story of Elena, a 42-year-old single mom who felt overwhelmed and constantly stressed. She started using the affirmation, "I handle life's challenges with grace and ease." At first, she didn't notice much difference. But after a few weeks, she realized she was responding to her kids' tantrums more calmly. She was finding creative solutions to problems at work instead of feeling swamped. Elena says the affirmation helped her tap into an inner strength she didn't know she had. Lastly, there's James, a 50-year-old who had always struggled with his weight. He began affirming, "I make healthy choices that nourish my body." He admits he was skeptical at first, but he noticed that the affirmation made him more aware of his food choices. He found himself naturally gravitating towards healthier options. Combined with exercise, James lost 30 pounds over 6 months. More importantly, he says he developed a much healthier relationship with food and his body. These stories show that affirmations can work for all kinds of people and situations. Whether it's achieving a long-held dream, overcoming anxiety, managing stress, or improving health, affirmations can be a powerful tool for positive change. It's important to note that in all these cases, the individuals combined their affirmations with action. Sarah made time to write. Mike put himself in social situations. Elena practiced new responses to stress. And James made changes to his diet and exercise habits. Affirmations helped shift their mindsets, which in turn motivated them to take the actions that led to real change. Your story could be next. What would you like to change or achieve in your life? How could daily affirmations help you get there? Remember, every big change starts with a shift in thinking. Your affirmations could be the first step on an amazing journey of transformation. We've journeyed through the world of daily affirmations, exploring their power to change our lives from the inside out. We've seen how these simple, positive statements can rewire our brains, shift our focus, and ultimately transform our reality. Remember, affirmations are not magic spells or instant fixes. They're tools, powerful tools, but tools nonetheless. Like any tool, their effectiveness depends on how we use them. Consistency is key. Make your affirmations a daily habit, as regular as brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. We've learned how to create personalized affirmations that resonate with our deepest desires and aspirations. We've explored ways to incorporate them into our daily routines and combine them with other practices for even greater impact. We've addressed the doubts that might arise and seen real-life examples of how affirmations have changed lives. As you embark on your own affirmation journey, be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Some days you might feel on top of the world. Other days you might struggle to believe your affirmations. That's all part of the process. Keep going. Keep affirming. Keep believing. Start small if you need to. Even one affirmation, repeated sincerely each day, can start to shift your mindset. As you begin to see changes, no matter how small, celebrate them. Each positive change is proof that you have the power to shape your life. Remember, your words have power. The thoughts you choose to focus on shape your reality. By consciously choosing positive affirmations, you're taking control of your inner dialogue and, by extension, your life. So, are you ready to harness the power of daily affirmations? Are you ready to speak your dreams into existence, to rewire your brain for positivity and success? Your new life is waiting, and it starts with the words you choose to say to yourself today. Embrace the power of affirmations. Speak kindly to yourself. Believe in your potential. Watch as your world begins to change, one positive thought at a time. Your journey to a more positive, empowered you starts now. Affirm it, believe it, achieve it.